Husky Fat Promotions.
Over and over again, it's not like Eddie's coming in with nothing to offer this fight. Now let's turn it over to Matt Ems right now.
All right. This bout is being brought to you tonight by ABC Roofing Supply in conjunction with GAF, also by Elliott Roofing and Construction. This is a professional kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 rounds at 3 minutes apiece in the 155-pound division.
As a cornerman, a coach, a trainer, how do you perceive that may affect him going into the fight, having to focus on so many different things tonight, Emmanuel?
Well, I think that, everyone's different. Sometimes you need that distraction to leading up to your fight. So I think that Eddie is a guy that has experience in that. He sees Mike Giroux doing it, and it's something that's just natural to him.
This is Kick Me, I'm Irish. I'm Drew Duncan. We're live in Edmond, Oklahoma. Alongside with me is Bellator fighter, former fighter, I should say, Emmanuel Rivera. Eddie Sims, pro fight, white trunks, black trim, and his counterpart, Christopher Mcelroy, gray trunks with the black and red trim. What a good shot right there that you could hear. Eddie, though, clearly not phased. His experience may be showing here, Emmanuel.
Yeah, absolutely. He stayed composed after that nice leg kick that landed on him. I think he needs to obviously check some of those kicks coming in, because if he gets some of those landed on him more, that's definitely going to be a problem.
And a little bit of a wild shot there. Eddie, there it is. Finally, with the counter goes Eddie Sims. Right now, what are you looking at, Emmanuel, between these two fighters?
They're both throwing some beautiful leg kicks. They haven't thrown a lot of boxing until just now. These guys are obviously heavy kickers. You're going to see some trips coming from Eddie. He likes to clinch and throw some of those trips and throw his opponent down. And again, that's a very, very good technique, because it does wear on the stamina.
And both guys picking and choosing their spots early on. But as you can see clearly, though, Eddie with a lot of redness and wilting around that midsection, Emmanuel.
Yeah, we have that happens whenever we go orthodox versus southpaw. It opens up that strong kick. Ooh.
There it is, clean shot. Yeah, he's trying to be a sport, let him know, but Eddie said, I'm here to rumble, not to shake your hand, my man.
Yeah, you can't make that mistake. Eddie doing a good job in saying, forget that handshake, I'm coming after you.
Killer instinct. We
Beautiful.
talked about it.
Beautiful right kick by Mcelroy.
Inside, Eddie just looks so focused, so calm, so relaxed so far, Emmanuel.
You see the wear and tear on the legs of both guys.
There's snapshot, and he left him bruised with that one. We've talked about the thighs, but also the midsection, another part where you go to wear down somebody. But Eddie doesn't really seem to be losing anything right now, despite taking a couple of clear, good mid shots.
Mcelroy's left leg is starting to get mangled up, and you see that the stepping on it is not the same as it was just a couple minutes ago.
Yeah,
Look for a trip here.
Little sloppy to end the round, less than 10 seconds left in it, and what has otherwise been a pretty clean first round so far. And that will end it. And that's where you want to dap up your guy, is at the end of the round. Not, hey, thanks for the shot, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to finish strong. I always tell my fighters, finish strong in the round, because that's the last impression you leave on the judges.
Well, one guy standing up, the other guy sitting down. What impresses you so far about both fighters, though, Emmanuel?
Well, I've seen the Killer Bees corner really not sit down this whole night. I don't know if it's something that they've talked about and they're utilizing, but it's Mcelroy sitting on his seat, which is better than hanging over the ropes.
What are you telling both guys to adjust as they come in here right now in the second round?
I would tell Mcelroy that he needs to put the pressure, especially if he's getting that leg mangled up. He's got to put the pressure, check the kicks, and return. Sandman has to keep doing what he's doing, keep landing those right kicks to the leg of Mcelroy, because it's about to give out. I can tell you that.
Well, and I feel like that midsection is exposed. Why not keep going to it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Mcelroy has landed some nice kicks to the body, and you can tell from Sandman's body that he has taken a little damage, but the leg is the biggest worry I think that Mcelroy needs to be focused on.
Round number 2 here in Edmond, Oklahoma. We are live. Kick me, I am Irish. Semi-good shot there to the midsection. And right now, real slow start. Both of these guys just jawing it, but a good inside there. And now he gets to the inside and the outside. Boy, Edgar's really working on that left leg now of Mcelroy. Backhand, beautifully done by the Sandman. Now he tried to go back to the mid there. No avail. Sandman with a really good block. What's Sandman setting him up here for, Emmanuel?
Yeah, he's going to try to land that head kick or that another leg kick. Mcelroy's corner yelling for more body shots. He has had some success, but he's afraid to get countered. So he's hesitating a little too much. Sandman looking quick, though.
Well, and he came with that Superman punch. We've seen it from Roman Reigns. Works a little different, though, in real life.
Absolutely.
Head feint there by Eddie Sims. The Sandman just taking his time, picking his spots. Nothing wrong with it. Just because you're picking your spots doesn't mean you're aggressive, right, Emmanuel?
Absolutely. You have to be able to pick your spots and be intelligent with it. Angles. And Sandman is
good shot.
Over and over to those legs. Mcelroy feeling it.
Now you can see the clear wilting and bruising on that left leg now, Mcelroy. If you're in his corner, how much of his concern is it not just with planning, but obviously being able to lean into a kick?
Well, you see Mcelroy switching his stance back and forth, trying to get off that leg a little bit. But he has to be able to check those kicks. He cannot take 2 or 3 more of those kicks. If not, he will not be able to walk.
Yeah. Boy, Edgar's just showing a range of everything that he can do. Just throwing it all at him. Yeah. Really showing with a strong left there. He says, I'm the guy with the experience in this ring. Not today.
The Sandman definitely outclassing Mcelroy right now. I think you're going to see Sandman go back and stand in his corner. Mcelroy sitting down. They need to be icing that leg. I would be focused on that leg and telling him to keep checking those kicks. Well, I say start checking those kicks, I should say, because I don't think he's checked one yet.
Well, and you can see Mcelroy right now hanging on for dear life. Eddie Sims is over there joking around, smiling. We're just talking about 2 different corners right now, man. Polar opposites, Emmanuel.
Absolutely, you know, and I think that we've seen that all night with Killer Bees. You know, these guys have stand up in their corner, they're calm, they're conditioned, and then the other corner looking like they're taking a little bit of the wear of those attacks.
What does Mcelroy need to do to change the trajectory of this fight, because it's certainly not in his favor right now?
Well, he has to start checking those kicks, I should say, and landing, you know, down the middle with his boxing when Sandman throws those kicks. You know, there's not much more you can tell him besides check those kicks. You cannot take, you know, if he takes 2, 3 more of those, I think it's going to be over.
Now, we'll see as it goes along here. We are into the 3rd round. It's 3 minutes here at the pro level. Good left. He tried to go out right there to no avail. Oh! Eddie just couldn't quite land it clean enough to put this thing away. But he goes in right there, and it's another really good thigh shot. And it's all Eddie Sims through 2 and about a quarter of rounds right now in this one.
Eddie has some great feints. You see him feinting to see how Mcelroy reacts, so he react on that. So
it just feels like Eddie's experience is showing. It's almost as if he knows everything Mcelroy is going to do before he even does it. And right now he gives him a couple of good lefts and rights. And Mcelroy, just out of desperation, getting a little sloppy, and he is busted open right now, and his nose bleeding with a couple of clean shots. And right now it looks like it's target practice for Eddie Sims, who doesn't seem to want to end this one with the judges. I feel like he wants to put him down.
Absolutely. His coach asking him to finish him, put the pressure on, and finish that guy. You know, he needs to go down to the legs and then go up high.
To the back that time, mid-kick. Maybe didn't connect quite where he wanted to. But to what you're saying, good feints. There it is, just going down low like you were talking about. And there it is! The ref is waving it off, though. Did you see where it should have been waved off there, Eddie?
Wow.
I just don't feel like
that, you know.
That was a clean knockdown to me, Emmanuel.
It was, you know, he kicked and he went down. That should have been a knockdown.
Well, be that as it may right now, I still believe this fight clearly favors Eddie Sims going in. And there's another couple of clean ones going up top again. He loves that high knee kick. Right now, it is all survival mode for Mcelroy.
Well, you know, you got to give it to Mcelroy. He's not looking for a way out. He's putting pressure. You know, we've seen that tonight. Some of the other
couple
fighters.
Of clean ones. Can Eddie finish the job here?
He certainly is trying to. He's doing everything he can to finish him.
One thing we can say about Mcelroy, he certainly can take it, whether full-hearted or not. Maybe Sims getting a little sloppy from anxiousness of wanting to end the fight.
Certainly, he needs to be composed and go back to his roots, go back to that leg. The 10-second mark.
Round number 3. This one is coming to a close. Eddie putting a punctuation on it with a couple of clean lefts that land flush right on the nose again. Mcelroy barely able to stand as he walks to his corner. I am Drew Duncan. We are live here in Edmond, Oklahoma. It is Kick Me, I'm Irish. Bout number 1 of the main card tonight. It appears that Eddie Sims probably has this one in the bag. However, as you can see, me and my counterpart have not exactly agreed with the judges tonight. We don't really know what they're thinking in terms of this fight either. I believe Eddie's going to take it home, but we're going to turn it over to Matt Ems for the official decision coming from the judges. And then, of course, afterwards, my counter, Emmanuel Rivera is going to be with the in-ring interview. Let's turn it over to Matt Ems for the official judge's decision.
All right, after 3 3-minute rounds, the judges have scored this Mr. Michael Scott, 29-28, in favor of Eddie Sims. Judge Mr. Chris Ritter scored this 29-28 in favor of Eddie Sims. Gerald Ritter scored this 30-27. For unanimous decision, Mr. Edgar.
Husky Fat Promotions.